So guys, before we get started, don't forget we do have that amazing discount code thanks to Tier 0 Games going on right now. And all you have to do is put in ZWGames5 to get 5% discount on your total order at tier0games.com. The links will be in the description below. What's YouTube? Darryl here from Zephyr Games, bringing you an updated hero deck. So for those of you who didn't know, the ban list dropped yesterday. It is due to go into effect from the 14th of October, and it gave heroes some beautiful upgrades. We can now play 3s of each of these. Yes, who would thought that Stratos would be back at 3 in the TCG? And then we also got 3 Mali back. So that was a bit of a surprise to me. Personally, I was not expecting Mali to come back to 3, but I can't complain. It actually makes the deck a little bit better, a bit more consistent. They have a lot more extension. However, it does include or increase their susceptibility to stuff like Nibiru. So you have to be very, very careful when playing this deck. And once we go through the profile, I'm going to talk to you about a couple of techs that I am considering putting in. Because the one thing that this deck is sorely lacking is it lacks its own protection. So it can, if it had some built-in protection like a card that could be banished from the graveyard, or a card that could be dropped from hand that protects all of your hero monsters, considering you're locked into heroes once you use Faris, something like that could be very, very good. And I mean, back in the day, before Master Rule 4, we were playing stuff like Lancia to protect our Dark Claw. So being able to find cards like that, less so to play around the Nibiru, just general destruction, can be very, very important and very, very powerful, because going first for your opponent to play through a Dystopia and a Dark Claw is always going to be troublesome. And then we've got the one card OTK, but as soon as someone drops a Nibiru on you, you're pretty much in trouble. The only good thing that this deck can naturally play around is if your opponent doesn't know and doesn't keep track, is you can actually do your 5 summons without a normal summon. So if they Nibiru you, then you can then just extend your plays a little bit further. Without further ado, I'm going to take you through the profile and show you exactly what we now have. So no surprise off the bat, we play in triple Destiny Hero Malicious. Of course, just extender, looping from the graveyard, banish, summon, giving you that Destiny Hero monster on the board to go with your Cross Crusader, and being able to extend and load up your board a lot more. Stratos at 3, it now means you have more consistency of opening this guy, and this guy is your searcher. 9 out of 10, that is exactly what you're doing, is when this guy is summoned, you are searching out another hero card. It can search out 99% of your monsters. That is insane. Your evil heroes, your normal heroes, your vision heroes, your elemental heroes, anything, this guy can search it. We then of course play triple vision hero Faris. This card is insane. Yes, alright, its clause to lock you into heroes sucks massively because heroes do not yet have a extending link 2 or higher. They've only got a link 2 and a link 3, but the link 2 is Cross Crusader, which is really, really good, but there's nothing else that can help really extend or revive or is generic. There needs to be something that is one hero monster plus one of any other monster, and then that would mean that your Super Poly is a lot more consistent. It does only require 2 warriors, but you know, I'm thinking more about getting rid of your Super Poly target. And then for the tools, we play the 2 increase because your Faris combo is dead if you open up with the increase. 2 Vision Hero Violent, again because your combo with increase is dead if you open up one of these. So you do play 2s and 2s. This guy searches you out of Poly, which helps extend your boards. And then of course it also sends one from deck to grave, and that is your Foolish Burial of Destiny Hero Malicious, or your Elemental Hero Shadow Mist should you wish. Then we play double Elemental Hero Shadow Mist and the 1 Elemental Hero Solid Soldier. Now I'm actually considering bumping Solid Soldier up, is because he is actually an integral part of basically getting to a Dark Claw, in the sense that what you want to be doing is you save your normal summon, you want to be normal summoning this guy with ideally a Stratos, and then being able to do the Faris combo, because then Stratos would search out the Faris combo, you do the Faris combo and send Shadow Mist instead of your Destiny Hero, your Malicious. Then you would use Poly to go into this guy. Now ideally you would need to go into a Link 2 first using the Faris combo. Then you would use this guy with a Poly to then revive the Shadow Mist to trigger Shadow Mist effect to search you out that Mask Change. So that's the ideal scenario, but it does mean you have to open this guy up. Other than that, he does become a dead card because there's no like rank 4 heroes or anything like that at this current moment in time. So it's not great after you've already done the effects you need it to. Then for the other one, we've got the Elemental Hero Honest Neos. This wins you game. The one at Dusted Gold. Now, I'm actually considering Dusted Gold staying at 1, but I want to bump up Dark Calling to 2, because a couple of times when I was playing this at the weekend, I was opening up a Dusted Gold and Dark Calling, and I had very little way of getting a Dusted Gold into the grave. Or if I did open up Dark Calling, I would have to send a Dusted Gold off of my Vion in order to... not off of my Vion, sorry. I'd have to find another way of getting a Dusted Gold to the graveyard in order to finish off the combo. So, yeah, sorry, it was Vion. So sending this off of Vion as well, it's just different extensions to do so, and being able to get him out of your hand, because if you've not got another Evil Hero card or something that lists Dark Fusion to search, he can become quite dead. The one Celestial, really like this card actually. If you're able to set everything, you've got no monsters, you can banish him from the graveyard and draw 2 cards except the turn it's sent. So that's very good to kind of rebuild your hand. And the one Dino Tag, this of course gets you into your Dystopia, which then of course gives you a basic Trident during your opponent's turn. For the non-heroes, I play Triple Phantasme. This could be Ashes if you want to. I'm just using this for the scenario that at the weekend I didn't play him. When I was opening up like Dark Calling and stuff like that, I want to get rid of it. Plus he also gives me another monster on board to either push for the OTK, or in my scenario, because of the way I'm building the extra deck, it just gives me another option or a quicker option to go into a Link 2. That means I don't need to worry entirely about certain things. Obviously the biggest issue again is it does lock me. It's very hard to get rid of that Link 2 after you've made it, because all of your other Link climb cards do require heroes or warriors, so it's very specific. We then play the double Nibiru. Now Nibiru obviously serves as 2 purposes. One, being able to Phantasmate into Nibiru or Nibiru your opponent game 1 is very important, and it also serves as massively good fodder for your for your evil hero Dark Gaia. There you go. So Dark Gaia is one of your boss monsters in the extra deck that could actually, win you a game surprisingly, and that's when Nibiru comes in. I tend to, if I've Nibiru'd my opponent game 1, I tend to drop it down to 1, if not take it out completely, because then my opponent will start to play around it. And then game 2, I expect most people to be playing around Nibiru if they feel that they're susceptible to it. For the spells, we do play triple equal. This, of course, just searches you out any elemental hero, so that is your Stratos. You technically now play 6 Stratos, but you do also want to be using this to get into your Solid Soldier over anything else, as long as you've already got your Stratos, because that, like I said, gets you into the Shadow Mist play. Triple Mask Change, of course, this can start ranking yourself up. You rank your Solid Soldier up into Dian. You can also rank your, I say rank, but I mean like fusion up into Darklaw. And then I play an Anki, but you could take that out for a second Darklaw if you wish. Triple Fusion Destiny, this of course is the 1 card OTK, and of course can help get you into your Dystopia as well. Triple Super Poly, now this is the one that I'm considering taking out purely because the Super Poly targets that we have right now, again, do not fit into any of the Link monsters apart from the one that I'm specifically playing for this reason. Now, the issue I've got with heroes right now this minute is it's very hard to break a board. Like if you look at a typical Orcus board, people are writing Orcus off after the ban list, they're not going to be dead, they're still going to be very much playable. So if I'm staring down like a Crescendo with a Dingrisu or a Bomber Dragon or something like that, a Super Poly is what I need to kind of break their board, and especially like a Pendulum board as well. Being able to break their board and then extend from there is kind of what the deck needs. Alternatively, you could take out stuff like Super Poly for Kaiju's, Interrupted Kaiju, some of those Regekis, Dark Holes, some of the old school cards, because it's just being able to break a board and move from there. I just think Super Poly, with the amount of negates right now, is the best card to do so. It's then just finding ways of getting rid of the Super Poly monster or using that monster to win you the game to then open up your zones for your Bane and stuff like that. I've then got the 1 Rhoda, the 1 Poly, the 1 Dark Calling, and the 1 A Hero Lives. Obviously we do get the new hero card which comes out in January 2020. I don't know whether that will actually make this deck actually be used in the deck, because it does only search out a vanilla, an elemental hero monster that negates its effects. So it is literally just an additional extension for the deck without paying life points. Whereas obviously Hero Lives lets you pay your life points but also gain the effect. So it's down to you whether you want to pay half for the effects or not. Moving on to the extra deck, of course, a lot of fusions. I'm going to quickly go past the Super Poly targets at the moment. So we're sitting on 1 Starving Venom and the 1 Mud Dragon. Mud Dragon is just for the generic kind of rogue matchups. You can put Dracus Pelio in here as well. So these are just any 2 Super Poly targets that you see fit. I haven't found a warrior or something that is of more relevance than these 2 right now. And Super Poly just breaks so many boards. For the Link monsters, so the one that I'm going along with these guys is Beat Cop, just so I can get rid of my Phantasme, I can get rid of my Super Poly target, and then go into this. It can also mean I can get rid of my Nibiru token or Nibiru monster himself if I wanted to. It just gives me a Link 2 option that then allows me, if I've opened up like Fusion Destiny and Dark Calling, can get me a Bane and a Dystopia, or of course can get me a Bane and a Destiny Hero Dangerous to help extend the 1 card OTK. For the Link monsters of the heroes, we've got the 1 Extra Wonder, Cross Crusader, and Extra Hero Decimator. Decimator is actually very, very good with your Destiny Hero Dystopia, because if it points to Dystopia, Dystopia's attack is always going to be different. So it gets different, it uses effect, it pops a card, then it comes back to your turn, it's going to be different again, and it pops a card, and it's always going to have that attack boost that's going to give you a quick play Trident, basically. And it's always nice because not many people actually know what this card does, and there's quite a few times when they'll go and attack into a monster that this points to, or itself, and go, okay, cool, I'm on 26, you're on 25, you lose, and you go, nope, I've got like 8 heroes in my graveyard, you lose. So if they're not paying attention, this can actually win you quite a few games, because, you know, that's what you've got to do nowadays in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Is pay attention and read your cards. Moving on to the other cards in the extra deck, we do play the 1 Vision Hero Adoration and the 1 Vision Hero Trinity. These are your 2 main cards you're going to use off your poly. This one just to get rid of your Solid Soldier to then bring back your Dark Claw, and this one to go into your OTK games. If your opponent has filled up a board, put them all in attack, and then foolishly allowed you to put Super Poly through, not Super Poly, sorry, your Polymerization through, because you're just going to go Trinity for 5k, Trinity for 5k, Trinity for 5k. Not to mention if you've got the Shining Neos, you're going to go Trinity for 7.5, Trinity for 7.5, and Trinity for 7.5. And 9 out of 10, that is game. Moving on to our Destiny Heroes, we play the 2, so the 1 Destiny Hero Dangerous is part of the 1 card OTK, and the 1 Destiny Hero Dystopia. This is part of your kind of stun first turn board. Your best first turn board is Dark Claw and Dystopia, obviously with a Link 2. If you can get into Link 3, even better, because you give them a bit more attack. And you're just going to go, okay, I'm banishing all your stuff, and I've got a quick play pop if anything looks dangerous to me. For the evil heroes, we've got the 1 Gaia, never actually went into this over the weekend, and the 1 Bane. Obviously, Bane is the brand new OTK winner. Gaia is just there because it is another amazing boss monster to have, but it's very, very rare that you'll actually use and abuse it. And then for the Master Heroes, we've got the 1 Dian, the 1 Anki, and of course the 1 Dark Claw. Like I've said, if you want to, you can play 2 Dark Claw instead of the 1 Anki. I'm just going for the old school kind of a tanky attack, Anki attack directly for game to kind of win you some of those. Doesn't have to be, like I said, it can be changed to a 2nd Dark Claw or a Bane if you wanted to. So that is it for the hero deck profile post Banlist. Welcome back Stratos to free, welcome back Mali to free as well. And then of course you've then got the Faris. So you've got 3 of the most powerful heroes all at free right now for the ban list, and this will be effective all the way up till January. So hopefully this will give heroes a chance to shine a little bit, come out of the woodwork, and go on the back of the brand new Evil Hero support as well to put in hopefully a couple of regional tops. Might be really, really nice, or maybe that odd surprise win. But anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and until next time guys, as always, happy dueling. What's up YouTube, Dan here from YUGIOH. Thanks for watching that video. If you liked it, please hit that big thumbs up button in the bottom corner as well. And don't forget to hit the big red subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything. Make sure you click that notification bell as well so you know every time one of our new videos goes up. Throughout the whole year of 2019, we're going to have more deck profiles, duels, and of course pack openings for you guys to watch and enjoy the entire year round. So stay tuned for more, and as always guys, happy dueling.